So, welcome, dear all. And I just want to tell you that the happiest moment for a teacher, for any teacher, is to witness the success of his or her students. So, right now, I am very much happy because right in front of us, we have got two extraordinary talents sitting along with us. That is Dr. Amal and Dr. Anjali. Both of them are batchmates and they have passed out right now in the year 2023 MD Pulmonary exam. And they have secured fourth rank in NEET super specialty exam. That is Dr. Amal and 13th rank Dr. Anjali. So first of all, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So it gives us a lot of pressure, but with your case, there is an extra happiness. You know why? Because you all are our residents, our own students. We have been together and we have been learning together for the last 2 to 3 years. So that is the most important thing and most exciting part of this interview. So I would like to give an introduction regarding Dr. Amal, and I think you are from both of you are from Kerala. Amal is from Pathanamthitta, right, or Kollam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pathanamthitta, Adur.
Adur, and he has done MD in 2020 to 23 batch, right?
Yes,
Both
sir.
of you.
Yes, sir.
And Dr. Anjali is from Calicut.
Yes, sir.
So, what else you would like to share about yourself apart from this? MBBS was from
Sir, I did my MBBS from Government Medical College, Trivandrum,
Anjali is
2013
from
batch.
Calicut.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm from Calicut.
okay. Anything else you would like to share? So we will keep that as a surprise and wait for the end. Watch till the end. I will reveal that surprise at the end of this show. If someone can guess, they can guess. Should we give them any clue as we did in our clinical rounds? No, let us reveal it as a surprise. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One thing I would like to know is that you were preparing for your MD exam, and at the same time you have secured a good rank in NEET super specialty also. So is it just parallel? That is the preparation for an MD final year exam as well as the NEET super specialty exam. Can someone
Yes,
prepare it together?
yes, sir. I think from my experience, I think both of them can be done in parallel. I have prepared for my university exams, and 1 or 2 months later, the NEET XS came, and so with that note, I revised and wrote
Okay.
the exam.
So whatever you have done for your NEET super specialty, the base is the preparation and the learning during the MD time, right?
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Okay. So, was there any separate strategy afterwards for NEET super specialty, or was it a quick revision like that? What all you have learned through the
Yes, sir. I have prepared, I think, notes for my MD examination. So for NEET, I revised those notes. And
okay
some topics which I left for university exams, I read it after exams.
after exam? So it was a quick revision in short.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Amal, when did you start referring to the Marrow classes and modules?
Sir, I took Marrow twice. Initially during the end of my first year, but since the counseling was delayed, I couldn't utilize it well. Then
Okay.
again, after the just before the start of the theory exams, again I took Marrow. I took it with the aim of preparing for NEET SS exam.
Okay. So, which were your standard reference textbooks, Anjali?
I referred mainly Fishman and Murray and Nadal, and for tuberculosis, Sharma, and all guidelines. I mean, important guidelines.
Okay, okay. For COPD and asthma like that. Okay.
Yes, bronchiectasis, available guidelines. I read.
Okay.
And I made notes from that.
Okay. So, regarding the topic, apart from pulmonology, can I ask you, was the modules on pulmonology beneficial for your MD exam, Anjali?
I actually took Marrow in the last month. It was mainly revision. I used Marrow. It was really helpful, actually.
So, can I ask Amal how much beneficial the classes were from the modules in pulmonology Marrow?
So I took almost some 54 modules were available just before the exam.
There is,
I
let me interfere. There is one bias in asking this because these are my students. So whenever I am asking regarding whether my class is useful, they will definitely tell, yes, it was very useful only. But you can tell a genuine answer here.
Yes, sir. I referred about 54 modules were there.
Okay.
I referred the main topics. I referred both textbooks, guidelines as well independently, in addition to the modules. And in certain topics where compilation was difficult, like NTM, etc., I
Okay.
referred Marrow notes only. Then that complications of intra-abdominal diseases, which were difficult to refer from textbooks and too time-consuming, I referred Marrow only. Other COPD high-yielding topics, I read both guidelines as well as referred those modules.
Okay. So in that way, if you read, if you listen to the classes first and then you read the guideline, then will it be easier for you to comprehend the guideline or textbook, whatever you are referring? After
for me, it happened reverse only.
okay.
I first studied guideline and textbook, then only I came across this videos.
Okay.
Then I had made notes based on guidelines and then in addition to that, I took the extra points from the modules.
Okay.
And certain topics which I mentioned before, I took my notes from Marrow.
Okay. So in both way, it is beneficial, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose if you complete one guideline or a textbook and then see the classes, then it may help you as a revision part.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So does it help to save some time when you see the classes and all?
Yes, sir. And also, if Marrow was available when I was first year, then it's a great source as an initial foundation. It's great as an initial foundation. We'll be able to grasp textbook and guidelines easily after after building a base.
So one more thing regarding, you have used Marrow in your PG days also and also for your exam. So how much beneficial was the other subjects other than pulmonology? You have got, I think you get a comprehensive package including many other specialties. So
Yes.
did Amal get a benefit from, did you refer to other critical care or
Yes,
cardio medicine videos are there?
critical care was available, but I used it after residency only. Cardiology I referred, and ACS and ECG, ragged classes were very useful.
In medicine?
In medicine, I read ECG and all from that only.
Okay.
It was very useful on a practical level. As a resident,
Correct.
it was very
Correct.
Especially while working in ICU and all.
Okay. Any other module from critical care or cardio did you specifically want to?
Critical care I referred after my residency only.
Okay.
After finishing my exams, I read critical care. I read ARDS, then ventilator asynchrony and all were there. Those videos I watched. It was useful.
Okay. So Amal, do you have any? I think during one of our academic discussions, I found you writing some notes in your tab or something. Do you have any special strategy to write down what you learn from the modules or from the classes? Can you share with us?
Sir, I took some notes in iPad. It was useful. It is useful to take notes in iPad because we can attach photos and all directly from the guidelines into the iPad. But it is time consuming. It is time consuming. Means handwriting means writing with a pen is physical. Pen and pencil is easier than writing in iPad. It is time consuming, but it has the advantage that other multimedia can be used.
Okay. And even you can copy a picture and put it along with your notes.
Yes, sir. I use GoodNotes app. It is really useful.
That's available only for Apple products, or is it Android?
It was available only for Apple. Now now an update is coming. It will be soon available for Windows as well as Android.
And what was the name of that?
GoodNotes. It's not an advertisement.
Okay. Anjali, do you find the notes which is given along with the modules? There are some notes. Is it useful, Amal or Anjali?
Yes, sir. I referred I couldn't refer every note, but some notes only. That was useful.
Okay. So from your experience, you can tell for an upcoming aspirant that preparing for MD, working during the MD time, and preparing for your MD exam and preparing for your NEET, everything can be gone together or taken up together. This is what we learn from your experience. What do you want to share regarding that?
Yes, sir. I think it is possible because I that MD preparation, MD days and that PG preparation, NEET preparation was not separate things. That MD days was really helpful, and along with that, I read the topics and uh, it was parallel actually.
Okay. So Amal, regarding the last moment, we doctors always go for the last minute preparation all the time, whatever be the job given to us. So how was your last minute or last day's preparation? Any helpful tips for the upcoming students?
Sir, my last minute preparation, I went in between my preparation only. I couldn't finish my last revision, so I missed certain topics, and then only I couldn't finish my last minute preparation. At least 10 days should be kept for last minute preparation. Then only you can go through all the topics together, and taking notes is very useful in that regard. Even though Marrow note is there, handwritten, our own handwritten notes are much useful. If you are in a time crunch, you can use Marrow notes. Otherwise, watching the video and taking notes is better.
I have the same opinion with you. Whatever we refer, whatever we hear, we should have our own our own notes. That is the best thing to be done in the last minutes or last days of exam.
Yes, sir.
So, Amal, for the NEET Palmo, was it just this is something which me as well as other users are also would like to know that for the NEET Palmo exam, SS exam, was the questions? How many questions were there actually?
Sir, 150 questions are there. Each carries 4
Time?
marks, negative 1 mark.
Negative 1 mark. Time is
150 minutes.
150 questions and 150 minutes. So approximately 1 minute for one question.
Yes.
So was the questions completely from the core pulmonology, or was some from the medicine, some from the cardio, or some from the critical care? Can you share something like that?
Majority questions were from Pulmo, but our sister branches, like there were questions from ARDS, there were questions from
Branch.
I mean the branches which are connected to us, like critical care, cardiology, then vasculitis. Questions were there from those.
Cardiology.
Cardiology topics were there. Cardiology, there was no questions were there.
What about critical?
Critical care ARDS questions were there.
Okay.
Not only ARDS, there are ventilator settings and all the questions were there. About 5 questions were there.
Okay.
Then medicine vasculitis questions were there.
Okay.
Then ILD, connective tissue disease, etc. questions were there. But all these questions these are discussed in our modules as well as our textbooks. Nothing from outside the textbooks were asked.
Okay. So when you recollect the questions, was it just theory oriented, like what is the terminology for like that a single one word question, or it was just like a case scenario that 64-year-old patient with the dyspnea, such a story, and then they give you a clinical detail and then you have to find out the answer? That is the second way of asking it. So which were the more predominant type of questions? Is it just straight
130 to 140 questions were clinical based?
Which means that some scenario will be given, and then
scenario
you have
will be
to,
given,
okay.
and next step, etc. was asked. Next
what
step,
will you do next?
Next step, then preferred investigations were asked. Then about 5 to 10 questions were one-word questions.
So predominantly it's clinical discussion like questions. So Anjali, was the time a constraint for you during the NEET exam? It was 1 minute for one question. So how was the time management?
Sir, I could complete one round. I could complete every question. Then we can mark if there is any doubt. We can mark and we can go back and again if there is any change. If we want any change in that option, we can do that. I think I have gone through all the question 2 times. Not all the question, 150 question completely I have done. Then after one more round which for the questions which I have confusion, that was marked.
So Anjali, one thing I would like to ask regarding the exam is that you have got 150 questions, and many of the questions you will be very thorough with the right answer, right? So you can log the right answer there or mark the right answer easily.
Mm.
But there will be
Yes.
some questions where you have got a 50-50 chance with the options, right? So what do you do with
Yes.
that particular question? Is there a separate option to mark it, or
Uh,
so that we can come back again and rethink
Yes,
about
there is
the
another
option?
separate option. We can mark if there is any confusion in answers. We can mark and claim for review. And after completing one round of 150 questions, I came back and then read the question again. And only I attempted only if there is if I know something about the two options. Others I didn't attempt it. I skipped around 8 questions.
So the question that you are not sure about the answer, that you can see it very clearly from the rest of the questions, right? There is a separate way of marking the doubtful questions,
Yes, sir. There is another separate way.
so that we can find it out very easily during the last lap.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
So come on, come on. Tell.
if we have not answered any question, that is also displayed there.
Okay, that can also be known separately, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So Amal, sorry, Anjali, how many questions did you attempt among 150? Completely attempted all?
I attempted 142 questions. 8 questions I skipped. But
Okay. What about Amal?
I
All
attended
150
all
out of
questions.
150? Eh?
Yes, sir. I attended all questions. So I was
You
not
attempted
sure
all
about the
questions.
questions, but I attended everything.
So you were approximately how much questions were answered in the first round that you were very much sure about?
Sir, about 120.
120. Then you came back and fixed
Yes.
the rest 30 also.
Yes.
So Amal, in our module in Marrow, that we have given some MCQs at the end. Is it beneficial?
Yes, sir. MCQ does
After
at
each
the end
topic,
is
we have
beneficial.
got MCQs.
Yes, sir. It is beneficial. But
Okay.
means if you are adding some questions which are not discussed as a part of module, it
Okay.
will be much.
But unfortunately, I am discussing almost everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The purpose of the MCQ was that how to frame a question from what you have learned. That is the sole purpose of giving MCQ at the end,
Yes, sir.
so that you can get some practice with that. So, Amal, have you gone through the grant test or subject wise or mock test?
Yes, sir. I have done one live test and three other tests. One pulmonary medicine test and two INISET tests. I have done 4 tests, 4 grand tests.
Okay. So it was somewhat useful.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Anjali, when should someone start preparing for NEET? JR1, JR2, JR3? First year, second year, third year?
actually, it is
Is there any
not
right
separate. I think that preparation
time?
is not separate. Most of the questions were clinical. They will give some clinical scenarios and investigations, radiology will be there. And then they will ask either what is the next step or what is the next best step or what is the management. So most of the questions were like that. And there are some other questions also, which is completely theoretical, theory-based questions. So the preparation is not something uh, that is away from the our PG life.
Okay. So, is the app actually user friendly?
Yes, sir.
This one that
App
you
is
can,
very user friendly.
Marrow app
I
is user
feel
friendly.
its user interface is very good.
Okay. So, regarding one more thing regarding the exam, regarding the time management, Anjali, the first round you finished in how much time?
Uh, I think
Totally one
around 30 minutes were left for
the second round
completion of exam. Yes.
for rethink. Okay. What about you, Amal?
About 30 minutes, I think.
You finished the first lap in 120 minutes and revised in the
Yes, sir.
doubtful
I
questions
think
in.
so. I'm not sure. I actually completed first 75 questions and I
Hmm.
went for revision. Then I completed the next 75. I went for revision. I
So the
don't.
first,
No much
remember
time
the
was
exact.
left.
Okay, okay.
No much time was left after review. Means after
But it was,
completing.
uh, but it
It
was
was
adequate.
adequate. Yes, sir.
Okay. You don't have to hurry too much.
Yes, sir. Yeah, hurrying initially I hurried too much, and when I reviewed, there were mistakes in it.
You were able
Then
to
what
correct the
like,
mistakes.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't
You
know.
have got that option also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you have to realize that you have made mistake.
Yes, sir. No, I was almost sure that initially when I hurried, some mistakes would be made. So even the questions which I didn't review, I looked.
During the while going through the current question, how did you know that the previous question you have answered wrongly?
No,
How
sir.
did it show to your
Means
mind that you have
initially
made?
I hurried. No, sir.
Okay,
After finishing 75 questions, I slowed my pace. So
okay,
initially my
too
pace
fast.
was too fast. So I
Okay,
felt that there will be mistakes there.
so
Then I
you
looked.
rechecked again
When I checked, there are a lot of mistakes.
and you were able to correct it.
Some I was able to correct, some I don't know.
That is why you are sitting right here, right now, and we are talking.
Yes, sir.
So one more thing, as teacher, how can I or how can we improve from your suggestion? Or that is one aspect, and how the modules in Marrow can also be improved. In both ways, can you
Sir,
advise me?
modules. The problem is that if means if you cover all the topics, means all the topics which are asked in the exam, you will not be able to finish it in time.
Hmm.
Means you will take lot more time to complete everything. Means
Okay,
fitting the textbook into
that is
the modules is very difficult.
that's not possible. Yeah.
I felt like that, but
Hmm.
if question banks, if you get if you get topics which are not dealt in modules in the question bank, it will be much useful.
Okay,
If both can be used as complementary.
okay, okay. And it may be additive also.
Yes, sir.
That is what you think. Okay.
Yes, sir.
How should teachers improve, Anjali?
in Marrow or hello.
I am waiting for your answer.
I mean Marrow classes.
No, no, overall, whatever be
Is
the
that you're
class.
asking?
Yeah, I am generally asking regarding that current teaching method. Is there anything that we should improve?
Actually, I think more of clinical discussions are important, and that will be important in our future practice also. And I think that is it.
Mhm. Amal, do you have any advice for us as a
Sir, I
student?
feel that more discussion on guidelines are needed
Okay.
rather
And
than
updates
means
on guidelines.
conventional or means or conservative approach. More discussion on guidelines are needed.
Okay.
Guideline discussions are not much carried out in a
Okay.
regular teaching.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And it's updated almost every year also. So we
yes,
have to correct. So is there anything else that you would like to share, Anjali? Anything more?
You can.
Any advice for your youngsters, Amal?
sir, I think that means if you want DM, you should have that in mind. Means when you are preparing, initially itself taking notes etc. will be useful.
Okay.
If you are taking notes etc. initially itself for revision and all, it will be useful.
Okay.
Then staying away from ward and clinical discussion won't help you in DM preparation because the
Correct.
questions are mostly clinical.
Absolutely.
Majority of the questions are clinical only. So
Correct.
even if you study Fishman thoroughly, you will not be able to answer all questions. Means you will
Mm.
not be able to answer uh, all questions. It is much easier to do the other way.
Okay.
Means
Correct. So I was telling about a surprise in the beginning, and I am going to reveal this at the end of this show. And the PG residency is not about learning, doing the ward rounds, and securing 4th rank or 13th rank in NEET super specialty exam. I think 450 to 500 candidates were there, and these two are 4th and 13th among the 500. So it's a big victory. But the residency is not just about learning; it's about finding your true love also. So they both of them have found out that, and it's my pleasure to tell you that they are engaged right now and about to get married in November.
25th.
November.
November 25th. So, from my side and also from the team Marrow, we wish you very, 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 very happy and successful married life.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.